Hey guys, what's going on? Nick again here. We're going to check out another question here. This one says, how to maintain motivation. Hey all, I'm new to the sub. I've been reading through the fitness posts. Curious if anyone has any apps or websites they'd recommend to help with creating a routine for the gym. I think that's what I struggle with. I get there, I don't know what to do, and then I want to leave. I'll take any and all recommendations. I'd say I have a decent knowledge in strength training and cardio, so open to it all. So this one is very common amongst new people in the fitness world. It's not something that's taught at a young age how to do things right. The one thing that does trip me up on this person says, I'd say I have a decent knowledge in strength training and cardio, so open to it all. That kind of bothers me because it sounds like this person is having trouble maintaining motivation. They say they don't know what to do, but they have a decent knowledge in strength training and cardio. My hang up here is it sounds like this person is looking for the next best thing. Anybody that has been in strength and conditioning knows that it is the boring things that get results. It's doing the same things over and over and over until you master them. Progressive overload, which is a concept where you just add weight or add reps over the course of your training cycle. That's throwing me off a little bit. I'm going to assume for the vast majority of people, maintaining motivation when they don't know how to work out is the big problem here. So number one, they ask, does anyone have any apps or websites that they recommend? There are countless programs that are for free online. There are also many fitness influencers that sell programs, but the main thing that you want to pay attention to is that the program that's going to work is the program that you follow. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or anything like that, because especially with this person being pretty new, they're going to get results if they just stick to something. As you get more experience in your training, then you start looking at different training concepts, maybe a little more complex. But for the vast majority of people that are going into the gym, it's squat, bench, deadlift, press, pull-ups. Obviously, some variation of those. If the movement is a little bit too difficult, you can modify it. But if you can stick with those movements, you're going to increase your fitness. When it comes to cardio, they talk about, I don't really know what to do. I'm a big proponent of high intensity training. So if you can do some short type of circuit that will kind of get you the most bang for your buck, you're going to be in a whole lot better position than if you just go in and you walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes every day. Not to say that accumulating steps is not beneficial, but if you're crunched for time, you just need to know what to do to get in and get out. You're going to be far better off setting a step goal throughout the day, anywhere between 7,500 to 10,000. And then when you go to the gym, do something a little bit higher intensity. So if you have a jump rope, maybe it's there's an interval set called Tabata. It's 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and you repeat it for 8 rounds or 4 total minutes. So you could do, Tabata jump rope, or you could do an alternating Tabata where you do jump rope, push-ups, sit-ups, any combination that you can think of, you can throw in there and get something done to get your heart rate up and bring some intensity. But when it comes to just going in and not knowing what to do, I get that it's very tough to stay motivated because it's discouraging. But if you find something simple that is very manageable, you're going to be a whole heck of a lot better off than if you're trying to find the next big thing. Remember, simplicity wins in this. So like I mentioned, if you find a program, I'm just talking about general strength and conditioning here. If you find a program that gives you squatting twice a week, deadlifting once a week, pressing, overhead press and a bench press once a week each, maybe twice a week, and you're doing pulling at least twice a week in a pull-up or a row or something like that, you're going to be pretty well off. You're going to be pretty balanced. So don't overcomplicate it. There's a ton of programs out there that can help you out with this, especially on the free side. And then, like I said, it doesn't have to be fancy on the high intensity side. You can find a circuit pretty much anywhere. Obviously, if that's a little too complicated for you, then look into a group class type structure. There's a lot of strength and conditioning gyms out there that offer, one, the proper way to lift, and they do all the thinking for you. So they'll create your program. They'll also give you the conditioning to go with it that complements the program. Now, that's a whole separate can of worms there, because all these gyms, they're really only as good as their coaching. So you have to be pretty careful about that. But if you just do a simple Google search on, if you're trying to learn how to squat properly, if you watch 5 videos, 4 out of those 5 videos are going to give basically the same types of cues. They're going to give you the same movement and the same, what's called points of performance, like technique. You might have one that shows something a little different, but if the vast majority of people are saying one thing, it's probably pretty safe to follow that in terms of technique and form. Then you can take that kind of in the back of your mind. If you go to one of these group class gyms, you can go in a little more equipped than just taking what they say blindly. So anyway, I hope that helps. It's very tough to stay motivated if you keep getting discouraged, so I get that. But keep it simple, man. Don't overcomplicate fitness. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. Happy to help you here. Talk to you guys soon.